that song is about the human race being so obsessed with an afterlife.
Is it?
Yeah, it's like, and I'm just saying, look, I'm just waiting to die. Like, I don't care what happens after. I think it's so like egotistical and like, oh, there's gotta be something else. Shut up. I mean, if there is, there's no proof of it.
You'll find out.
You know what I mean? There's no proof of an afterlife, so great. Go ahead and believe in that, but I don't need that to feel better about life, about this beautiful life. One thing we know for sure is this body will die.
Yeah.
So anything else beyond that is whatever it is, there's no proof of it. But there's proof that this body dies.
That's correct.
Yeah.
But you know what else is interesting is that everything that makes up this body has also always just been here.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Which is it's a trip. It's like there's a duality about it. There's the physicality and this consciousness, whatever that is. You know.
Yeah, whatever it is.
Whatever it is. I don't even know what it is. You
Right.
know, like the energy that keeps everything going. You know, it's this duality that we have. It's
right, and we can
cool.
go on forever. But
Yeah.
one thing's for sure is that when your body dies, this life is over. The Christians believe like you're gonna like have some kind of form in heaven, and you'll still be called your same name.
Yeah,
you'll be in
right.
heaven. Oh, hey.
Hey, Bob.
Yeah.
You made it.
What your parents named you.
Huh?
What your parents named you.
Yeah. Like, okay.
I don't know about it. It's like, what were you doing before you were alive? Do you know? So I don't know what I'm going to be doing after I'm dead either. You know, one day I just woke up. Again, whatever the consciousness is, I don't know. No one can really define it definitively. You know, so it's interesting. You know, some things you just don't know. There's things you know. You know.
And this
Well,
is
it
how
would
songs
seem-
are made right
It would
here.
seem that we are swimming in a sea of consciousness, right?
Right.
Like even science is with like quantum physics kind of pulls the veil back a little bit on that, right?
Absolutely.
But I wait for science to kind of prove something to me rather than believe in all. I've had a history of believing in mystical stuff, but at this point in my life, I'm more like I want it proved in, you know, with a placebo and a double blind, you know, test or whatever.
Well, isn't that where the PE came from? It had PE?
Well, that was when I was more mystical. The PE is planetary evolution, and that's a belief that the planet is like alive and evolving, and that we evolved with her. And I don't know that I hold that belief system anymore. It's 30 years old, you know.
Yeah, we should talk about that. You guys have been around since 1994.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
12 albums under your belt?
Something like
You
that.
got some
I'm
live
losing
stuff.
track.
I love the 70s mashups.
Thank you.
Those are
Yeah,
awesome. So, what was it like today? Like when you are screaming like that, you had to have some extra coffee, but it's a little early for you guys, isn't it?
It's weird. Like I was telling him, when it was like 8 o'clock, I had to make believe it's like 4 o'clock or 6. Like, we normally go on at 10.
Right.
So, you know, I'm just adjusting my whole mentality to think, you know, it's nighttime. Because as a vocalist, it's a little bit awkward to sing around noon, you know. But it felt great.
Oh, good. And so headlining today is KORN, and you're pretty close with these guys, aren't you?
Well, I wouldn't say that, but I will say that back in the day, like Jonathan Davis, the singer, called me at home and was like, I want you guys on my label. Your label doesn't know what the fuck they're doing. He literally called me. So did Chester Bennington was on that same tip.
You toured with them, right?
Yeah. And they were all like, we need to get you on our label. Your label's fucking up. They don't know what they're doing. But our label was like, fuck off. We don't need your help. I saw KORN play before they got signed in Huntington Beach like a couple times. So it kind of changed my whole idea of metal, you know. So I'm a huge fan. But I talked to Monkey on Instagram a little bit.
Okay.
And my wife is like friends with his wife. That's about as far as it goes.
Okay. Well, other influences, Beastie Boys, Rage Against the Machine, and there was like a concert on mushrooms that inspired some of the early stuff.
Oh yeah, because I went to a concert on mushrooms, and there was the LA punk band X. It was X, Cypress Hill, the Beastie Boys and Rage Against the Machine. So I was on mushrooms, and at that moment I was like, I want to do all of these vibes in one band.
And so you did.
So the rest is history.
Oh man. So you also did a little dedication to your neighbor today.
Yeah.
Do you think he's going to find out about it?
To everybody's neighbor who wants them to turn their music down.
I used to have those kind of neighbors, but now I live out in the country. I'm like, I can't even see my neighbors. I'm firing off rounds in my backyard, target practice. That's how, I don't even deal with that no more.
Oh my gosh. So do you think he'll find out about it? Well,
No, he definitely won't.
so Mosh Pit got huge. It was packed in
good,
there for
yeah.
you guys.
I was really stoked, because like when you're going on at like noon, I don't really expect much, and they switched us from the main stage at the last minute.
I saw that.
So I was like, nobody's gonna know we're even playing, but it turned out great.
Yeah, like everyone was there. It was, a sea of people, which was amazing. We're like, okay, yeah, we got ourselves a rock show.
So when you're
That's good.
switching
That's
it
what's
up,
up.
they switched it on the app, but
okay.
but we had it that you were on the main stage, so we're kind of standing there like, well, then we check the app and then we're run, and when it's like 400 acres of land,
Right.
you're going right.
Far away.
Far away.
Is it melodica
It's a melodica, yeah.
that you played?
Yeah.
What made you incorporate that into your music, and the blending of it looked like it was beautiful, but then you
Thank you.
hit it right after.
Right.
So
Well,
did
the
you really
melodica was made popular by a Jamaican guy, Augustus Pablo,
Yeah.
and mostly you'll see it with reggae music, and that's where I learned about it.
Okay.
Right, so then I grabbed it and just started playing it in the band, and the rest is history. Yeah.
Like, did you play it in the early stuff?
No,
Okay.
it's more halfway through. I think I started playing it like 15 years ago.
All right.
That went back to Bass X had it there.
Yeah, so that was like the fourth record.
Right, so, how about that?
But I love it, because sometimes it sounds like a clarinet, sometimes it sounds like a harmonica, sometimes it sounds like an organ. It's just great,
Yeah, the first time I saw one played was at an Incubus show.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So and then I had looked it up. So I was like, I think that's the same thing, but we were way back.
Yeah,
so
right on, yeah.
But anyway, you guys put on a hell of a show, and it was great to see you out there.
Thank you so
and thanks
much.
so much for taking
Thanks
the time.
for your time. Yes.
Thank you. Cheers.
Cheers.